What day is it? Day 6.
Day 40. No, day 40. Day 40. Day
No
40.
way.
Yeah.
It's day 40. That seems like a lot.
Start again.
Hey everybody. It's day 40.
It's day 40.
Wow.
That is crazy, isn't it?
It is crazy. It is crazy. I must admit, this morning, waking up, I was feeling a little bit achy after yesterday saying how I didn't ache. So, but this morning I thought this is how people come to the end of doing it all the time. You think that morning where you just fall asleep, you hit the alarm and you just fall asleep and you wake up and it's too late. Start your day and it impacts your whole day.
Well, we had it was quite late last night. I didn't get my, I went out with my friends last night and...
Birthday time?
So it was someone's birthday, it was a friend of mine's birthday, and I went out, had a fantastic time, but no alcohol, so I was very good, and I ate carefully.
Well done, well done, because when you and the girls get together, it is party time, isn't it?
Well, it sort of is, because we don't see each other that much, so probably once a month or once every 6 weeks or so. So when we get together, I normally have a drink. So that was hard to say. But how I did this was, I was a designated driver, so normally my lovely husband will drop us off, and one of the other girls' husbands picks us up.
Pick up the lushes later.
Yeah, but we didn't do any of that. I actually drove. So that was my excuse for not drinking, and it worked really well. When I maybe could have given in. No one pressurising me, like I'm in myself, because it was party time. It was someone's
It's
birthday,
when we fail. That's when I fail sometimes, when social pressures.
So we went really early, like we was at the restaurant by 4:30. So just sat outside, because it's a glorious it was gloriously hot yesterday,
wasn't it?
So we sat outside. So I didn't get home till, I think it was like 9:45 or something like that. So it was quite late, and I hadn't done my 45 minutes, so I had to go out after that. So I just done a walk actually last night. Just went for an extra walk.
It was a really nice evening.
Yeah,
though,
and I
even
appreciate
late.
you coming with me. So Darren done, like, you done an extra 45 minutes yesterday.
Coming for a walk with you, Tina, isn't exercise, it's a joy.
Oh, that's lovely. That's a lovely thing to say.
10 points for this morning.
Oh, yes. It's in the bank.
It's in the bank.
And I think that's what I really wanted to talk about that today, because I had such a fantastic time yesterday, and we can forget, or I definitely forget, that great feeling you get from hanging out with other people, and getting different people's points of view, and just having a little bit of a break from
Me.
No, not you. No, you come out with us sometimes, don't you?
I do sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, so it was just a girls' night. But yeah, just that joy you get from being with people who love and care about you, and want the best for you. It's a wonderful thing to have that, and to have other people supporting. So what I did actually was I just made a few notes, because sometimes I forget to say like some of the points I wanted to get across. I thought, like last night, I thought I'll make a few notes about, I wanted to talk about how important it is to have social connections, meaning friends. It's really important to have friends around you other than your family, because they have a totally different perspective on life. Some of them, different upbringings.
Completely different, yeah.
They might have been born somewhere else, or and that really does give you another look into life, sort of. So I think one of the first things, I've made a few points, and one of the first things that struck me was that, like, that emotional support. So sometimes when life gets tough, like I've got my friends on the end of the line, and when we get there, when we have those get together, we talk quite candidly about our lives and about things that are happening in our lives, and there's always something going on. Like, life is like that, and so you get the support of the others in that group. As long as you have a trusted group, that's what you really need to find. Like, and it could be one other person that you trust and that loves you, and so you can share your worries and your problems. And it can be something physical, like you've got something physical going on and you just wanted to share. Like we had one of our friends last night has found that she's been through cancer already, and she's found that she now has another lump, and so she's really worried, and she just wanted to share that with us, and so we could support her. We're praying for her, and you know, it's just someone else to talk to about those sorts of things. So emotional support is massive. And Darren, I wanted to ask you, have you experienced that, like that emotional side of a friendship?
100%, yeah. I'm not very good with friends just because I'm not a very good friend, you know. I'm the person who doesn't see you for weeks and weeks and get back to you. I'm trying hard to be better at that.
Yeah.
Tina's like, hey, you need to...
You do need to work at it.
I do need to work at it, yeah,
make an
because I
effort
just
to
carry on
connected.
as if... But I do have friends, and I do have emotional support from them. And I bumped into someone yesterday who came to see me, Evan, a guy who's been sort of part of my life here through Canada, just because I knew him for an early start in Canada here.
Yeah.
And I just met him, and we were just talking about how his kids are growing up and how my family's growing up. My kids are already grown with kids, you know, with teenage kids. So
He was almost like a surrogate son.
he was
while
Brett was in England. Yeah, he was my sort of he was my surrogate son. So it was just good talking to him, and it was great listening to how he's becoming a parent and how it's becoming the most important thing for him. And it was good for me. It was great to hear that. I can remember once you've got grown-up kids, if you've got them, you know, they sort of grow into people, and then you don't have to worry about them so much. You start to worry about their kids and their situation and stuff like that. So it's a different sort of worry, but and those kids have grown up to actually be my emotional support as well. Brett and Jasmine helped me a lot with feeling like that I'm not just a work robot that fails on a regular basis and stuff like that. I'm somebody important in their life, and that really does elevate me above my job and above my failures and stuff like that. So the people around you are the people who will pull you up, help you up, and support you when you're doing something that others look to you and think,
well, that's
why
what I was
doing
going
it?
to say. Shared joy as well. That's
Shared
another
joy
thing.
is massive. Yes.
When something good is happening in your life, it's really nice to be able to share it with people.
To have a team who are
and have
happy
people
about
to
it.
say that's fantastic. Like in my business, I've got one of my friends that had just like really made a difference to my business and my clients, and you know, it's been fantastic how she's supported me in that and connected me with the right people, and you know, made a huge difference in that. And so the joys that I get, I can share with her because I feel like she's been part of that journey for me. And so not just business, like the joy of just, you know, your kids having kids, and you having people to share that fun with. We've got you know, another one of my friends last night, her daughter's having another baby in November, and you know, there's that excitement in that, and she's been able to share that with us, and so I think shared joy, like we take that for granted, and you can have that same shared joy with family, but to be able to have like an extended group that you can do that with as well, it's really great. It's really great. So that was another thing, like the shared joy. Accountability and growth. So this is like one that's like sometimes it's good, sometimes it doesn't feel good, but it's good if you're surrounded by people who love you. Again, like I have a fantastic friends group, and so if they feel like they need to say something to me, if I'm doing something that's not great or maybe harmful to me, then they're quite comfortable in saying to me, you know, Tina, that might not be the right path for you, or Tina, have you considered that? So they're not, you know, they do hold me accountable to things. I have a very good Christian friend who's really strong in the faith, and she talks to me about those types of things. And then I've got another friend who's, you know, like that. Everyone's different is what I'm really trying to say. And so they will hold me accountable for things, which I love about that. And it's my reciprocal You know, I should be doing that for them too.
Speaking into their life.
You speak into their life, and there is that constructive criticism that you can do as well. It's not about just being judgmental at all and things like that. But they also remind you of your worth and your value, you know, when, like we said, that same thing when you're going through something. But that's part of the growth and accountability as well.
Yes.
So have you found that with any of your friends, that you've been able to go to them, and like you've got a very strong Christian friend, Nigel, as well, haven't you? And Floyd. They're both
I've got a few strong Christian friends that are really strong in their faith and aren't afraid to bring it up in any company. And being a Christian myself, I don't mind that at all. But yes, I really enjoy having that and having someone who will speak into my care enough, who are willing to take the chance that it might upset me. That's the thing, having a friend who's strong enough to think, I think it's more important for me to say this than not, you know. Sometimes you're doing something that's a little bit destructive, or people can see that it's not really good for you, you're wasting your time. And they need to speak into your life rather than saying, "Oh, I daren't say anything." It's like, come on, if you really care, you'll say something and suffer the consequences of my me being upset that you've pointed that out, you know. So look to those friends who can do that, who can help you when you're doing something different, even exercise or even a change in your lifestyle, you know. If you're in an extreme lifestyle and you want to make a change just to get fit and get done.
Even that, like expanding your knowledge. Like we had a conversation, a friend of mine, Harriet, like we had this conversation last night, and she was talking about female health and the lack of like investment that the government make in female health overall over the years, you know. And she was really reading this book all about hormones and hormone replacement therapy and things like that, you know, my age, women of my age, actually need to consider, or you do need to consider, like even just going through life, if you're lacking in certain hormones, it can really cause you physical problems. So, you know, but I don't read books about hormones. That's something she's into. So it can just really expand your knowledge on certain areas that I would not normally consider. That was like something, like the perspective. So they often, like my friends, have a different angle or different perspective on life because they've been brought up differently. Often they've been brought up differently from me. Like I've got friends from South Africa, friends from America. They've had a whole different upbringing, whole different culture to me. So they definitely see things from a different angle, and they can really, the thing with family is that like this is the difference from getting advice from your family or getting advice from your friends. Like they often have been brought up in the same environment as you have, and have the same, like me and my sister, like we were brought up by the same parents, you know, we lived in the same town, done the same things, went to the same school. So it just gives me a different perspective on different things and different mindset. And not that everyone's perfect, you know, in my group, and I'm not perfect, and that actually helps. But we've all got our little sort of differences, and that's what makes it such a loving, caring group, I think, that I'm able to sort of be a part of. So, and like this amazed me. Like, so when I was looking up information about friends, like last night, this popped up that there are actually a lot of health benefits from having friends.
Friends with health benefits.
Yeah,
cool.
Well, no, there is health. So it shows that it can lower your stress by having friends, depending obviously on the type of friends you've got, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so
depends what quality friends you've got.
And actually, it has an effect on your immune system.
That's crazy.
Believe it or not, I was like, no way. It's supposed to improve your immune system and increase your lifespan. So friends are good medicine.
That's good.
Yeah, and finally, I think, especially like here, like we are immigrants, obviously, in Canada, and it definitely gives us a sense of belonging to
Yes.
to connect with people here. And like, my parents haven't been here that long, have they? They haven't lived here.
No, they've
that
been
long.
here quite a few times, but they've
Yeah.
been living here, what, 6 months?
Yeah, about 6 months.
That's 6 months. Yeah.
And so this
Maybe
is,
a bit longer, actually.
it could be, yeah, I'm terrible.
More like
with
a
that.
year.
Oh yeah, it could be.
Yeah, it'd be getting close to a year. Anyway, they've been here some time, but they're making friends in the community.
Yes.
And you can just see it in them, just in as they go out. Before, they were just going out to check out the shops and find these things. But now they're actually getting into...
Oh, we're going to meet such and such people.
friends groups
Yeah,
and doing
yeah.
different things, you know. It's really nice to see,
Yeah.
you know, friendships growing and relationships coming out of that, and hearing stories how they've met some really nice people who they've got a lot in common with and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It really is good. And we're social animals. As much as some people, the way we're going now with the iPhone, I about yourself,
Yeah.
we really are pack animals, really. We're really supposed to hang out as a people. We really do better in groups.
We do, and we find this, like, we get invited to like events and that with our friends and that, and we're like, oh, okay.
Well, it's just fitting it into life. You know what
Yeah,
it's
we're
like.
like,
You've got
oh,
your
gosh, okay.
your day sorted out, and then like, oh, come here, and you're like, that'd be really good, but I've got to do this, and this, and always thinking of constraints. But then you go, and then you have that conversation with that person, you know, and you reconnect, and then
it's totally worth it.
yeah, and then you laugh, and you remember stories, and then you remember that's a massive part of life.
That's what life is about, isn't it? Like, spending time with people that love and care for you, and that you love, and you have that's the thing, choosing your friends. So finding people, and not everybody that you make friends with are keepers. You know, you have to find your group. You're not going to fit in with everybody. Some people are just total, like, I can't deal with people that are total drama all the time.
Oh my God.
You know, yeah, that does my head in. So, you know, some people have drama in their lives. You can't.
Some people love a bit of drama
because you've got a bit of drama coming up. But I mean, like, some people who are always drama.
Some people are drawn to it like moths to the flame.
I love drama.
It's like, ooh, look at the drama over there. Let's get into it.
Never. I've been in that sort of.
We're drama avoiders as well as.
So we're pretty good at actually drawing boundaries, aren't we? And saying, like, okay, that relationship is not good for us, so we just step away from that.
I think we've been in a couple of relationships way too long that was quite destructive. So we do know when to pull the plug now.
Yeah, we do know
but
when to do that.
our relationship is that's some good English right there. Our relationship is way more important than letting someone else come into it and do that. So friends are great.
Friends are great.
Make the most of your friends. Make sure you got good ones. Check them out, and
connect with them. If you haven't spoken to a friend for a while, why not send them a text and just say, you know, how's it going?
I'm going to try and be a better friend, because I'm always leaving it way too late before I talk to someone, you know. It's always, I haven't spoken to you for ages. That's not a great way to
we
talk
get
to your
so
friends.
focused on just work and life, and especially, like, even as you get older, like, you would think you have more time for friends. That's totally not true. Like, we work full time, and then we've got 2 children, 10 grandchildren. We've got elderly parents living with us, and you know, life gets really busy. So you just have to make the time. Like we were saying, if it's a priority for you, make the time. It's actually really good for your mental health, and it's really good, we now know, is really good for your physical health. So maybe just take the time and go for a walk with a friend. Maybe that's it. Just
That's a good idea. That I just thought I might contact all my friends and ask them, would they want to come for a 3/4 of an hour walk?
Yeah.
That's a great idea, Tim.
Yeah. You should do that.
Yeah.
Let's have a walk off.
I don't know if it's going to be a competition. It's not going to be a competition.
No, you have
But,
to do like that funny walk, you know, that speed walking. And I'll get a video of you all.
You walk like that anyway. That's how you walk.
No, I think that's a good idea actually. Or maybe you pick one person at a time and you have like go for a walk with them and have a chat with them. Because if there's a group of you, it's hard to focus. You know?
No, I wouldn't do a
Especially
group. I'm not going to start a walking group. As much as I've got nothing against walking groups, I just can't see myself as the head of the walking club.
I can see you as the head of the walking club.
I might start the walking club this afternoon. Who would join? Would you join my walking club? I will design a badge for sure. It'll be good.
Yeah.
And you have to be able to do that walk. You know
I know the one.
The mincy walk.
Can I join, or is it just all men?
It's probably
it's a men's walking group.
I don't know. That sounds
men's Christian walking group.
Men's. I'm not even going to get into that. But anyway, it's it started here, and this you are privy to the beginnings. In 20 years from now, it'll be like this grainy video. Will be like, and this is how it started. The movement of the walking club. Yeah. I'm only joking.
I'm quite excited about that, Dan.
I'm only joking. I won't do that. But I might do the walk with friends.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Because honestly, a lot of times when I meet my friends, it's in some event or something else, and you really are not getting too deep. It's nice to have a conversation where you run out of small talk, and then you get to the meat. You know, like how is things really going? Yeah. And then you can actually dig a little bit deeper, actually become a little bit vulnerable to your friends.
What did you call it? A bromance.
A bromance.
Have a bromance.
Have a bromance.
I like that.
Get friendly with your friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you got anything else to add to how great it is to have friends?
No, I think that's it for this morning. Oh, one last thing. Doing 75 hard. That's really hard to keep that connection, because you know, like last night I come home and then I had to go do the walk.
How many hours were you with your friends?
I was with my friends for about 4 hours.
4 hours, Teen? Are you mad? You've got to do some exercise and drink some more water.
Yeah, but I did drink water all last night, so I drank my water while I was at the restaurant. Oh, that's cool. Right.
That's one of our alarms.
Yeah.
Remind us what we're doing.
I did. I drank water all on the at the restaurant last night. So, but I did not really want to go for a walk last night.
No, but we did, and that's why we were a little bit tender this morning.
Yeah.
Are you ready to carry on and get this morning's walk?
To meet the day.
That's great.
I am energized from hanging out with my friends.
That's excellent.
And although my body feels weak, my mind is strong.
Fabulous. That's what I love about you, team.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us this morning. Hopefully you've had a little bit of insight into our lives, and we'll consider what we're talking about with friends and that. And we will see you tomorrow morning, bright and early, at 6 o'clock.
Have a wonderful day.
See ya.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Hold up.
Like I'm looking right in.
Let me just...
Oh, we've got to just get our heads in, though. Oh, it's a bit low, that.
Sorry. It's not that, it's this.
Okay, let's not get the garbage in there, though.
Let's just take it out of there.
Want to live longer, laugh harder, and stress left. Want to live longer?
That's it.
You're the wrong way, though.
Oh. Well done.
Laugh harder and stress less. Want to live longer, laugh harder, and stress less. Make time for friends. Okay, right. Want to live longer, laugh harder, and stress less. Want to live longer, laugh harder, and stress less. Make time for friends. Text someone today and make your heart glad.
Perfect.
Was that okay?
Yes, it was. Yeah, that's the short.
Okay. That's it. Done. Done like dinner. There you go. Thank you, ChatGPT, for your help this morning. And Lily is like, when are we going to get going? She's fed up with it. She's like, why are we waiting again? You're my friend.
Lily wants to get going.
Okay, good girl. You're such a good little girl, weren't you?
That's it done.